What is up, everybody? It's Revv time, and I've been wanting to do this, and I do apologize for the delay. In one of my previous videos, I mentioned that I would be willing to maybe every now and again, if one of you happens to see something that I've played that you would like for me to break down, that I'd be happy to do that, whether it's on the Revv channel or maybe it's something you saw on my own demo channel. And in this case, it was on my own demo channel. It was a demo that I'd done for Friedman, and it was Matt Sears Guitar that reached out and asked if I would break down a certain section that was kind of outside, and I can certainly do that. That solo was very on the fly, and I had to really think about, like, well, what was that? Because you guys, as you guys have probably figured out, I don't know anything about scales. It's all just kind of tonalities and tension and trying to stick the landing. Sometimes I do, a lot of times I don't. But in this case, it was this kind of thing. So it was like a straight, just shuffle, like static dominant 7. And then the phrasing was straight time. So I didn't do, I did straight time against it. Which is something I very commonly do, and it's something I would suggest you guys mess around with. Take the same line that you always played as a triplet and play it straight time against a triplet feel. It's really fun. It's something I've been doing for years. Okay, so what is this saying? Before I go too long and bore the daylights out of you guys. It's this. Let me do that again, way less sloppy. So you can, jump out of it any way you would like. I mean, really what I want you to focus on is this part of it. So I'm not a scales guy, but from what I can tell, it seems like it is a whole tone thing. So that's like a, that's like a 2-note per string whole tone. So it's all whole tones. That's really what it is, with some chromaticism, because I was in this dominant pattern, or dominant tonality, the E dominant 7 thing. That's what I did. Now, if you were just playing a blues, I mean, you could, before you get to the 5 chord, so you could so you could use it like that. In this case, I was getting out of a solo and just played it really outside, but without like going into a bunch of, whole tone stuff, because I'm really not that great at it. I'll just play this really slow for you. So if we're counting speed bumps, which I'm terrible about, but on the G string at, I guess, what is this, 5, 6, 7, 8? At the 9th speed bump on the G string, that's where I start, and it's a simple chromatic thing. And then I'm going to jump up to the 11th fret on the B string. And then I'm going to jump down to the D string on the, where were we? I guess that's the 10th fret. This is how terrible I am at this. I don't think fret numbers. It's all markers and stuff. So anyways, I'm digressing. That's all whole tone. You can see it in or hear it, that tonality. It's just the way I phrased it or broke it apart. Now here's where it breaks away from that. It's more chromaticism, and for me, I'm trying to get to the root, for the love of God. So if it's once again, that's my landing note. That's sticking the landing. I'll play it really slow again instead of counting frets. Let me just play it really slow so you guys can just learn it on your own and then make it your own. Let me do it one more time. Now the way I'm picking it is kind of hybrid. I guess if I didn't do hybrid, sounds cool. I like the hybrid because you can get a little more snap out of the phrasing. But that's to each his own. You guys can decide how you want to do that. One thing I will tell you is always look at a target note, because I don't think scales that much. I'm a target note player. So for me, I know if I'm in E, that's my target note. If I want to remember the phrase in D, my target note is here. E flat. Nope. Nope. Think of target notes where it's starting and landing. So we could do it in F. Once you get the shape and the phrase under your fingers, you'll be good to go. Obviously, when it's played slow, it sounds pretty awful. But when it's played, in time and phrased, it can sound really cool. So let me know, you guys, what you guys think of this, if you like this kind of stuff. It's fun for me to try to just throw it out there. I wish I knew theory and scales. There's guys that I've seen on the interwebs that are just haunting they could look at that and go, oh, I know what that is, and then embellish on it for years and years to come. For me, it was just something I just kind of went for. It was accidental, sort of. It's stuff I've always done. And so explaining it can be, like I said, rather difficult. Counting speed bumps is something I'm terrible at, as you guys can tell. But I will always endeavor to try and give you guys at least an idea of what was going on in my mind. It's always intervallic. It's definitely a tonality that I was going after more than I'm using a specific scale. So anyways, I'm rambling. Let me know what you think. And as always, I really appreciate you guys watching, and we'll see you on the next one.